Alright, so in this next video we're going to set up an auto pole draping system. The equipment we're going to be using is 2 woolen drapes, we've got 2 auto pole crossbars, we've got 3 auto pole uprights, we've got 3 base plates and 3 spigots. So just pay attention in the next video. Me and my colleague are going to lay out all the auto pole system, the rigging. We're going to set up the 3 upright poles, we're going to screw in the spigots, make sure that everything's all solid. I'm going to feed the pole through the drapes, hook it on, raise it up, square it off nice and level, and then we've created a nice visual backdrop to our stage and we're ready to set up the next part of the gig. Alright, so we're going to set up an auto pole draping system here. So this draping system is basically designed so that it creates a nice black backdrop to your stage, provides a bit of soundproofing, and overall gives it a good look. As you can see, once again, like the trussing, we've laid out all our hardware. We've got 3 upright poles, we've got 2 crossbars, we've got 2 drapes, and what we're doing right now is putting our spigots onto our base plates. So getting nice and close up, we've got a screw and we've got a spigot. Now that screw has a taper in it, and on one side of the base plate there's a taper. So we want to make sure we put the tapered edge of the screw into the right side of the base plate so that it's nice and flush when it sits on the ground. Screw that spigot in nice and tight, and you'll see that one's on the outside because that's the outside of the drape. And it's in the center on the outside so that it'll be nice and stable. And the middle one's in the middle because that gives it the most stability. And then on the other side, the spigot's on the outside, in the center on the outside. So our crossbars, we need to stretch them out so that they're as long as they possibly can be to make the maximum use of the drape. In this case, I think the drapes are nearly 3 meters or 3 meters wide. So we need to make sure that these poles are about 3 meters wide. So we space the crossbars out in accordance to the base plates. Then we put our uprights on. So the upright pole just slides over that spigot, and you've got about 200 millimeters there of purchase between the two so that it can't separate. I want to make sure they're in a line as well. See there, looking down the camera, they're kind of in line, and we just kick it in line. Alright, now time for the drapes. So roll that drape out. Me and my colleague are working together once again, communicating, using our teamwork. I'm quite tall, so I hook the end of the crossbar onto the upright pole, spread it out. We do it again for the next one, working together. I feed the pole, my colleague slides the drape on. I use my height to hook it up, come along and then hook that one up. If there's 2 people that aren't as tall as me, you can use a little step or a chair or something like that. And then at the top of the drapes, there's some little Velcro tabs that join them together to make sure that we're not showing any of that silver hardware, because we want that nice clean black look. Now, my colleague's going out the front to double check to see when I put it up, then I'm making it nice and straight and horizontal. It's very important to make sure that our drape is straight and horizontal. So here's some close up here of just how this system works. So there's a little hook on that crossbar and it fits into those grooves that you see up there. And then on the other side, once again, the hook's landing into the groove. And then again, it's landing into the groove. So I might have to spin the pole around occasionally. And then so it just hooks in like a fishing hook and gravity holds it down there. When we join them together, like I said, there's some Velcro, and the Velcro joins it together. And there's a couple of tabs down the drape so that the drape joins together, because we're going to use this drape to hide things behind as well, like our empty cases or our rack gear.
And see, this is how we push it up. There's a couple of little tabs, but when you're on the job, you'll get shown this in detail, but releasing the tabs will allow the pole to come back down again.